Welcome you all to the tutorial of Excel 2016 part 5. In this tutorial we will learn about the functions. So let's move to the next slide and see what are the functions. Excel functions are the predefined formulas to perform the simple and complex calculations. They accept the arguments and return the values. Functions are made up of two parts, arguments, then structure. What are the arguments now? Arguments are the input values. Arguments are the input values to functions. They can be numbers, fine, text, logical values that are true or false, fine. So these are called the arguments. Now let's talk about the structure. What is structure? It is the basic skeleton which forms the base of writing journal syntax of the function. Means we can write the structure of the function is like this way. Let's see here. It always begins with the is equal to sign. After that, function name. I'm just writing the short forms. Function name. Okay. After that, bracket. Then it is followed by the list of arguments. A1, A2, argument 1, argument 2 and so on. Clear? I'm closing the bracket over here. So this is the journal syntax to write down the Excel function. Let's move to the next slide to learn the rules to enter the functions. So let's see the rules to enter the functions. First is, it always begins with the is equal to sign. Next is, it must have the valid function Excel name. Okay, function name that is sum average. Next is, it must be followed by the opening and closing parenthesis, means brackets. Clear? Opening and closing both should be there. Next is, these parentheses can contain arguments within it. Like, look here, the example of the function, it is beginning with the is equal to sign. Okay, then our function name. After that, I have passed the arguments like bracket A1 colon, then A5, means it is a range A1 to A5. Okay, we can pass more than one argument also to these functions like this way. A1 is to A5, then comma B1 is to B8. So these are the basic rules. With the help of these rules, we can enter the functions. In this slide, let's see the most commonly used functions and some date and time functions here. Okay, first is sum, average, minimum, maximum, count, and last is the logical functions. Move to the date and time functions. Now, length, mod, today, square root, then power. We will discuss all these functions one by one. Let's see, move to the next slide. So let's see here, what is sum function? It adds all the numbers in a given range of cells that you specify as the arguments. Clear? So I have given here 5 examples. Let's see here. First is sum and A1 is to A20. That I already explained to you that equal to sign here. Then sum is the function name. Then this center one is the argument that I have passed. Clear? After that is simple sum 1, 2 and 3. If we will add these three numbers, so what would be the answer here? That is 6. So it will return the 6 answer. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 3, 6. Next is sum is equal to double quotes 5, then 15, then true. One thing is here, true always return value 1, okay, and false always return value 0. Clear? So let's see here. It will return the sum of the values as 21. How? This is 5, then 15. It will become 20 and the value of true is 1. Okay. So the result will be 21. Let's see here also. One more example. If we will have this way, then it will return us 16 as an answer. Clear? Why it will return as a 16? 5 plus 10, 15 and the value of true is 1. So answer would be 16. Clear? Here is I have used the range also and I have given the number also. Okay. So it will return the sum of the values present in the cells A1 to A4. First of all, it will add the values present in this particular range. Clear? Then whatever the sum or answer will come, that will be added into the 50. So same way I have got here 42. Clear? So this is how we can use the sum function. Now next is the average function. It will return the average of the arguments. Clear? So it can be a range of cells, simply numbers, or the numbers along with cell references. Clear? So let's see here. I have given few examples like sum function. I have the 4 examples with me. Look here, if I am using the function average 1 and 2, so what it will return us 1.5 as an answer. Because we have to calculate its average, what I will do 1 plus 2 and divided by 2 here. Okay. Next is the 2, 3, then true. That means it will return the value as a 2. How? 2 plus 3 and the value of true is 1. It will return the logical value, that is 1. Clear? So we will add and we will divide it by 3. We will get the value 2. Next is average A1 is to A4. Clear? It will return the range of cells from A1 to A4. We will add all the numbers and we will divide it by the total number. Clear? Next is average A1, B2 and C3. What it will do? It will return the average of values present in the cells A1, then B2 and C3. Okay, it will add only values that are present in these particular cells. Clear? So next is we will talk about count function. It will count the number of numeric entries and formulas, date entries in the given number of cells. So I have shown here the 3 examples how can we use count function. Okay. Suppose I am using this one A4 to G4, so it will count the number of cells that contains numbers in the A4 through G4. It will display the result 2. Okay, it will display the result 2. 2 means it will return, it will count the values and it will show. Okay, next is if A4 to D4, then it will count through A4 to D4 and then it will display the result as 1. Okay. After that, it is passing the 2 arguments here, A4 and simple is 2. Okay. So first of all, it will count the numbers from A4 to G4. Clear? The value is 2 here and it will display the result as 3. Okay, it will display the result as 3. Maximum function, it will display return as the largest value out of all set of values. It will give us the largest value. The function that we will use for maximum, finding out the maximum value, this is Max A4 to A10. We can apply it as a vertically also and the horizontally also. Okay. So next function is our minimum function. Same way, it will return the minimum value among the set of values. Okay. The function we will use, that is equal to minimum A4 to A10. Clear? Next function is logical if function, the most and important function, little bit typical. So let's see what is it. This function tests for a specific conditions. Okay, this function works for some specific conditions, means if it will true, then the answer it will return, that would be 1. If the result is false, then it will return the another value. Clear? So let's see here. This is the syntax that we use for the logical if function. First is if logical test, then here it will perform the logical test, means it will check whether the condition is true or not. After that, value if true, if the value is true, then it will return the true value. If this value is wrong, then it will display the another value. Clear? This is what very important thing we have to keep in our mind. Clear? This is our if function. Now we will see practically how we can use all these just commonly used functions, okay, in Excel file. Let's see. So welcome you all. Let's see practically how we can use those all functions, as I already have done here. Okay, but still I would like to tell you. Okay, look here. I have made a mark sheet of class 7. Clear? Here I am having the marks of particular subjects. If I have to calculate the sum of all the subjects, then what I will do here, I will write down the formula that always begins with the is equal to sign. Okay, I will write here the function name sum. Now I have to add from C3, C3, C3 to, I have to add till G3. Okay, G3. This is the cell address. I'm closing the bracket. Then I will press the enter. Clear? So automatically it has given me the sum of these particular cells. Okay. Now instead of writing the formula for each child, what I will do here, I will just drag the formula till my last child and it will automatically calculate the sum of all students. Clear? So next function is the average function. Now if I have to calculate the average, so what I will do, as I told you, it will calculate the average. How? Is equal to, I will write here average, I will write here average, then bracket. Clear? Then I will define the arguments, that is C3 to G3. Okay, G3. Let's press enter key again. Wow. Again I will drag it. It will automatically apply it here. Okay. So next is to calculate the count. Okay. Means if I have to count the number of A's, okay, or if I have to count the number of, you can say, if I have to count the number of values, okay, how I will use, let's see here, is equal to count, okay, how from where to where, C3 to G3. Okay, I'm telling him, let's press enter key. How many values are there? Let's see. 5 values. It is saying me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are having 5 subjects. That means 5 values we are having. This is how we can use the count function. Okay, fine. If I have to find the now maximum marks from out of English, Hindi, math separately. Okay, what I will do here? Max. Then again Now my cell range would be different. Okay, that would be C3 to C7, because I have to find out which child has scored the maximum marks here. Okay, I will press enter. Wow, great. Fine. So the marks are 95 are the maximum one. Next is minimum. Same way, minimum bracket C3 to C7. If I will apply here, I will press the enter key. Then let's see what are the minimum marks. 45. Okay. These are the minimum marks. This is how we can calculate the maximum and minimum. Okay. Clear? After that, now one more, I am having my count function here. If that was simple count that I have told you, now I will use here countif. Means if I am using here remarks, okay, I will tell you about these remarks also, how I have used the logical if function here. Let's see first how to use the count if function. I will write here count if, okay, I want to count the number of A1s, okay. Then what I will do here? I will write here count if L3 to L7 and count A1, okay. So let's write 1 here. Let's see how many A1s are here. Wow, it is 2 A1s. Okay, same way I can calculate for B. B grade we don't have. We can write here A2. Okay, so A1 I can do here. Clear? If B is not there, so it will calculate 0. If I will drag it. So here now the what is changing here now? Cell is changing here. But I don't want to change my cell. So what I will do here, we have done the references also, I think. You know? If I don't want to use the okay, let's see what will happen. That will become if I am counting here A2s, it is showing 2. Why it is showing 2? Because here I have to write 3, okay, and L7. So let's see, and I have to write here A2, okay, 1. It is giving me 1, okay. So number of grade C 1, number of D 0 it is saying, because I have to write here D, okay, and the cell address L7 to L3. Okay, I will remove this $1. Clear? This is how we can use the countif function. Clear? So this is what I would like to tell you about this. Clear? Next is the date and time functions also. We have few functions with us. Clear? So let's see first of all about that. So let's talk about date and time functions also. Now, length, mode, today, square root and power. Okay, now it will give us the current date and time that are based on your computer internal clock. Okay, whatever the time is displayed on your computer system, it will display that time. Now, next is the length. It will count the number of characters in a text. Next is mod. It will return the remainder when a number is divided by the another number. Next is today. It will return today's date, current date. Okay. Next is square root, to find out the square root of a number. Power. It will return the result raised to the power of a number. Okay. So let's see how it will work. So let's see how to use the functions. Okay. how to use the functions here. Suppose I have to use the length function. I will write here length. Then I am just counting the text in the B3 cell. I will write here. So it will, there are 5 letters in Sneha's name. Okay, in Sneha's name there are 5 letters. Next is, if I have to find out the square root of, means I3. Okay, then let's see. Wow, this is the square root of I3. Wow. Next is, if I have to calculate length square root, we have done. If I have to find out the current date and time, so it will retrieve us the current date and time of my computer system. Clear? If I will write here this, and afterwards I will write count we have done, and after that we have done today also. Suppose I am writing here today. Okay, so let's see. So it is displaying only date here. Okay, next is the modification. So let's see, is equal to mod, then number divided by divisor. So number, if I am writing here, suppose h3 divided by 5. Okay, so what would be answer here? Let's see. Okay, divided by 5. So if I have to calculate the mode, so what I will do, mod h3, I am dividing h3 by 5. So I am writing here G11, this is my cell. Okay, so here the remainder comes 0. If I will divide, I have taken first cell is h3. So if I will divide 440 by 5, so it is giving me remainder 0. Okay, so that's why it is returning the answer as 0 value. Clear? So these all are the functions that we are using in MS Excel. I hope you understood all the functions over here. Thank you.